Then Moses and the sons of Israel sang this song to God, and spoke, saying, Let us sing to the Lord, for gloriously he has glorified himself. Horse and rider he threw into the sea. Helper and defender he is become to me, for deliverance. This is my God, and I will glorify him, my Father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord, when he shatters wars, the Lord is his name. The chariots of Pharaoh and his host he threw into the sea. Choice riders, third-ranked officers, he drowned in the Red Sea. With open sea he covered them. They sank down into the deep like stone. Your right hand, O Lord, has been glorified in power. Your right hand, O Lord, crushed enemies. And in the abundance of your glory you shattered the adversaries. You sent your anger, and it consumed them like stubble. And through the breath of your wrath the waters separated. The waters were congealed like a wall. The waves were congealed in the midst of the sea. The enemy said, In pursuit I will overtake. I will divide spoils. I will satisfy my soul. I will destroy with my dagger. My hand shall dominate. You sent your breath. The sea covered them. They sank like lead in violent water. Who is like you among the gods, O Lord? Who is like you, glorified among holy ones, awesome in glorious deeds, doing wonders? You extended your right hand. The earth swallowed them. You led by your righteousness this people of yours whom you redeemed. You summoned by your power into your holy abode. Nations heard and became angry. Pangs seized those dwelling among the Philistines. Then leaders of Edom made haste, and rulers of the Moabites trembling seized them. All those inhabiting Canaan melted away. May fear and trembling fall upon them. By the greatness of your arm let them be turned into stone, until your people should pass by, O Lord, until this people of yours whom you acquired should pass by. Lead them in, and plant them in the mountain of your inheritance, in your prepared dwelling place that you made, O Lord. O holy precinct, O Lord, that your hands prepared. The Lord, ruling forever and ever, and beyond. Because the cavalry of Pharaoh, together with chariots and riders, went into the sea, the Lord also brought the water of the sea upon them. But the sons of Israel walked through dry land in the midst of the sea. Then Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took the tambourine in her hand, and all the women went out after her with tambourines and dances. And Miriam took their lead, saying, Let us sing to the Lord, for gloriously he has glorified himself. Horse and rider he threw into the sea. Then Moses removed the sons of Israel from the Red Sea, and led them into the wilderness of Sour. And they were journeying for 3 days in the wilderness, and were not finding water to drink. And they came to Marah, and could not drink water from Marah, for it was bitter. Therefore the name of that place was called Bitterness. And the people were complaining against Moses, saying, What shall we drink? Then Moses cried to the Lord, and the Lord showed him wood, and he threw it into the water, and the water became sweet. There he set for him statutes and judgments, and there he tested him. And he said, If you, by paying attention, listen to the voice of the Lord your God, and do before him pleasing things, and give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, every disease which I brought upon the Egyptians I will not bring upon you, for I am the Lord who heals you. And they came to Elim, and 12 springs of water, and 70 date palm trunks were there, and they camped there by the waters. And they set out from Elim, and the entire congregation of the sons of Israel came to the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and between Sinai. And on the 15th day, in the 2nd month, after they had gone out from the land of Egypt, the entire congregation of the sons of Israel was complaining against Moses and Aaron. And the sons of Israel said to them, If only we had died, struck by the Lord in the land Egypt, when we sat at the cauldrons of meat, and were eating bread to the full, because you led us out into this wilderness to kill all this congregation by famine. Then the Lord said to Moses, Look, I am going to rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out, and they shall collect the day's portion for a day, so that I might test them whether they will walk by my law or not. And it shall be on the 6th day, and they shall prepare whatever they bring in, and it shall be double whatever they gather together daily for a day. Then Moses and Aaron said to the entire congregation of the sons of Israel, At evening you shall know that the Lord brought you out of the land of Egypt. And in the morning you shall see the glory of the Lord, when he heard your complaining against God. But we, what are we that you complain against us? And Moses said, When the Lord gives you meat in the evening to eat, and bread in the morning to the full, because the Lord heard your complaining which you complain against us, then we, what are we? For not against us is your complaining, but rather against God. And Moses said to Aaron, Say to the entire congregation of the sons of Israel, Draw near before God, for he has heard your complaining. And when Aaron was speaking to the entire congregation of the sons of Israel, they also turned about towards the wilderness, and the glory of the Lord appeared in a cloud. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, I have heard the complaining of the sons of Israel. Speak to them, saying, Towards evening you shall eat meat, and in the morning you shall be filled with bread, and you shall know that I am the Lord your God. So evening came, and quail came up and covered the camp. Then morning came, when the dew was lifting around the camp. And look, upon the surface of the wilderness was something fine like coriander, white like frost on the ground. And when they saw it, the sons of Israel said one to another, What is this? For they did not know what it was. Then Moses said to them, This is the bread that the Lord has given you to eat. This is the word that the Lord instructed. Each person gather from it for those appropriate, a gomer per head, according to the number of your souls. Each of you with your tentmates collect. And the sons of Israel did so, and they collected, the one much, and the other less, and they measured by the gomer. The one with much did not have excess, and the one with less did not have too little. Each person collected for those appropriate at his own home. Then Moses said to them, Let no one leave any of it to the morning. And they did not listen to Moses, but certain ones left some of it to the morning, and it bred worms and stank. And Moses was irritated with them, and they collected it morning by morning, each person that which was appropriate for him. And when the sun grew hot, it melted. But it happened on the 6th day, they collected double what was required, 2 gomers for one person. And all the leaders of the congregation went in and reported to Moses. And Moses said to them, This is the word that the Lord spoke. Tomorrow is Sabbath, a rest holy to the Lord. Whatever you bake, bake, and whatever you boil, boil. And all the excess, leave it in storage until the morning. And they left some of it until the morning, according as Moses instructed them. And it did not stink, nor was there a worm in it. And Moses said, Eat today, for today is Sabbath to the Lord. It will not be found on the plain. 6 days you will collect, but on the 7th day is Sabbath. There will be none in it. And it happened on the 7th day, certain of the people went out to collect, and they found none. Then the Lord said to Moses, For how long are you unwilling to listen to my commandments and my law? See, for the Lord has given you this day the Sabbaths. Therefore he gave you on the 6th day bread for 2 days. Sit each person in your houses. Let no one go out from his place on the 7th day. And the people sabbatized on the 7th day. And the sons of Israel called its name Man. Now it was white like coriander seed, but its taste was like cake with honey. Then Moses said, This is the word that the Lord instructed. Fill the gomer with man for deposit for your generations, in order that they might see the bread that you ate in the wilderness, how the Lord brought you out from the land of Egypt. And Moses said to Aaron, Take 1 golden jar, and place in it the gomer full of man, and you will put it away before God for preservation for your generations. As the Lord instructed Moses, Aaron also put it away before the witness for preservation. Now the sons of Israel ate man for 40 years, until they came into inhabited land. They ate man until they came near to the region of Phoenicia. Now the gomer was 1/10 of 3 measures. And the entire congregation of the sons of Israel set out from the wilderness of Sin, according to their encampments by the word of the Lord. And they encamped at Rephidim. And there was not water for the people to drink. And the people were railing against Moses, saying, Give us water so that we may drink. And Moses said to them, Why are you railing at me, and why are you testing the Lord? But the people thirsted there for water, and the people kept complaining against Moses, saying, Why is it that you brought us up from Egypt to kill us and our children and animals with thirst? Then Moses cried out to the Lord, saying, What shall I do with this people? A little while yet, and they will stone me. And the Lord said to Moses, Go on ahead of this people, but take with you some of the elders of the people, and the rod with which you struck the river take in your hand, and go. I here have taken my stand before you came, on the rock at Horeb. And you shall strike the rock, and water will come out of it, and the people will drink. And Moses did so before the sons of Israel. And he called the name of that place Testing and Raillery, because of the railing of the sons of Israel, and because they tested the Lord, saying, Is the Lord among us or not? Then Amalek came and was fighting Israel at Rephidim. And Moses said to Jesus, Choose for yourself capable men, and go forth, and set up in battle array with Amalek tomorrow. And look, I stand on top of the hill, and the rod of God is in my hand. And Jesus did as Moses said to him, and set up in battle array with Amalek. And Moses and Aaron and Hur went up onto the top of the hill. And it happened, whenever Moses held up his hands, Israel was prevailing, and whenever he lowered his hands, Amalek was prevailing. But Moses' hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. And Aaron and Hur kept supporting his hands, here one and there one. And the hands of Moses were supported until the setting of the sun. And Jesus routed Amalek and all his people by slaughter of dagger. Then the Lord said to Moses, Write this down for a memorial in a book, and put into the ears of Jesus, that with a wipe-out I will wipe out the memorial of Amalek from beneath heaven. And Moses built an altar to the Lord, and called its name, The Lord is my refuge, because by a secret hand the Lord fights against Amalek, from generations to generations. Now Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that the Lord did to Israel, his own people, for the Lord brought Israel out from Egypt. Now Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moses' wife, after her dismissal, and his 2 sons. The name of the one of them was Gershom, saying, I was a resident alien in a foreign land. And the name of the second, Eleazar, for the God of my father was my help, and he delivered me from the hand of Pharaoh. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, and the sons and wife came to Moses in the wilderness, where he encamped at the mountain of God. And it was reported to Moses, saying, Look, Jethro your father-in-law is coming to you, and your wife and 2 sons with him. And Moses went out for a meeting with his father-in-law, and he did obeisance before him and kissed him, and they greeted one another. And he led him into the tent. And Moses recounted to his father-in-law all that the Lord did to Pharaoh and the Egyptians for the sake of Israel, and all the hardship that happened to them in the way, and that the Lord delivered them from the hand of Pharaoh, and from the hand of the Egyptians. Now Jethro was amazed at all the good things that the Lord did to them, that he delivered them from the hand of the Egyptians, and from the hand of Pharaoh. And Jethro said, Blessed be the Lord, because he delivered his people from the hand of the Egyptians, and from the hand of Pharaoh. Now I know that the Lord is great beyond all the gods, on account of this that they attacked them. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took whole burnt offerings and sacrifices to God. And Aaron and all the elders of Israel came to eat bread together with Moses' father-in-law before God. And it happened after the morrow, Moses sat down to judge the people. Now all the people had stood near Moses from morning to evening. And when Jethro saw all that he was doing for the people, he says, What is this that you are doing to the people? Why do you sit alone, but all the people stand near you from morning to evening? And Moses says to his father-in-law, Because the people come to me to seek judgment from God. For whenever a dispute happens to them, and they come to me, I decide for each person, and I teach them the ordinances of God and his law. Then Moses' father-in-law said to him, You are dealing with this thing incorrectly. You will be destroyed with unbearable destruction, both you and all this people who are with you. This matter is too heavy for you. You will be unable to do it alone. Now then listen to me, and I will advise you, and God will be with you. You be for the people the things pertaining to God, and you shall bring their cases to God, and you shall attest to them the ordinances of God and his law, and you shall show them the ways that they shall walk in, and the works that they shall do. And you search for yourself from all the people capable, God-fearing men, righteous men who hate arrogance, and you shall set them over them as officers of thousands, and officers of hundreds, and officers of 50s, and officers of 10s. And they shall judge the people every season. Now the burdensome matter they shall bring to you, but the smaller matters of judgment they themselves shall judge, and they will make it easier for you, and they will help you. If you do this thing, God will strengthen you, and you will be able to stand. And all this people will go to their own place with peace." Now Moses listened to the voice of his father-in-law, and did what he said to him. And Moses chose capable men from all Israel, and made them over them officers of thousands, and officers of hundreds, and officers of 50s, and officers of 10s. And they were judging the people every season. Now the burdensome matter they were bringing to Moses, but every smaller matter they themselves were judging. Then Moses sent away his own father-in-law, and he went away to his country.